Chapter 51. The third disaster today is the day that the old man finishes creating the equipment I ordered. We arrive when the shop opens. Oh, it's the lad. You sure are early, I guess. So how is it? Were you able to finish it? Of course. By the way, your pot of food has become an enormous topic for some reason. How would I know? Asked the guy who is spreading the rumor. That's impossible. The old man brings out our armor from the back of the shop. Rather than making a barbaric suit by sewing bones to it, the dragon and chimera bones were grounded to a powder to make bone mail. Probably. It's like Hokuto no Ken clothing Mark II. Note: Fist of the North Star reference. By the way, is this called a racing suit or a rider suit? Old man, do you want to make me the king of thieves that badly? It may be because originally the materials were meant to be made into savage tribal armor. Huh? What are you saying, lad? As for wearing this, despite this being a fantasy world, all I can think about is the Showa era. For now, I might as well test its performance. By the way, how is this armor? That was already quite difficult to custom make. It's as good as barbarian armor +1. This +1 looks like it's not complete yet. Did you say whether or not there are clothes made from the dragon skin to go with this? Even the design is different. The front is from Hokuto no Ken, and the luster from the zombie dragon skin reminds me of rubber. Only the chest has a pitiful amount of metal to protecting it. What can I say? It's perfect to ride on a motorcycle with. Since there is no motorcycle in this wood, will I be roaring across the lands on Fyro? Stop thinking about. Barbarian armor +1. Defense up, shock resistance, intermediate, flame resistance, high, darkness resistance, high, HP recovery, weak, magic up, intermediate, enchantment. Automatic restoration, there are various resistances. Automatic restoration. I don't know the efficiency from this alone. I wonder if it will repair itself if it is ruptured. Based on these bonuses alone, the performance should be great. I seem to have to wear these clothes that cannot be called armor. What's up, lad? Have you seen this armor before? You do know I'm not from this world, right? In my world, the comparison for this would be clothes you wear while riding filo real or horses. In that case, master wear it and get on Fyro. Fyro stares at me with sparkling eyes. Lad, what this little bird Missy just said sounds incredibly obscene. The old man mutters with a bit of a disgusted look in his eyes. Shut up, old man. Did you make this armor with thoughts of harassing me? What's wrong, lad? Should be different. There is no malice. Well, I'll take it. Raphtalia commented that I looked good dressed like that. Wearing this outfit around town, I feel isolated. It's not even armor. It's more like clothes. Very sad. Well, the preparations for the wave have finished without a problem. Raphtalia's black bruises have recovered completely thanks to the strong holy water used every day. I heaved a sigh of relief because it was able to be completely cured. There might still be a scar left, but I wanted to heal her as soon as possible. Accessories for Raphtalia and Fyro were also completed today. Here is the accessories you asked for, yay. Okay, first off, Raphtalia. I pass Raphtalia a bracelet made of jade. Thank you very much. The enchantment on that is magic up, small. It will also act as a lightning rod for magic cast on you that lowers your magic defense. I'll treasure it. Is that really all you want? I can seriously make you some nice-looking jewelry if you want. What are you saying? We can't afford to waste time on looks. That's right. It can't be helped if the person herself doesn't want it. Next, Fyro. I pass Fyro hairpin made of amber. I put emphasis on the shape too. Make it look like a wing to match Fyro's demon form. It has an enchantment for dexterity up, small. Thank you, master. I was a little limited by the materials on hand. If you want any changes, then endure it for now. There are no problems with it. I will use this accessory to its maximum potential. Yup, Fyro will work hard. I have high hopes. We take the rest of the time to prepare. I made some arrangements with the kids who volunteered earlier. Fyro has already been briefed about fighting against the wave. At first, Fyro had a question mark above her head asking about what the wave was, but after a while she understood. Medicine has been prepared. The carriage is broken, and since the new one isn't completed yet, Fyro pulled a card instead. Anyway, it seems to have become my duty to protect any villages in the vicinity since the other heroes just run off. Though I am not actually needed to participate, it would be despicable to just abandon people. 0:55 minutes left. It seems I can sense where we will appear, so I let the volunteer soldiers know beforehand. Change shield to the chimeric viper shield. Midnight, it's time. A loud sound similar to glass shattering echoes. The scenery changes instantly. We scan the neighborhood calmly. This is, near the village with that man who was bringing medicine to his mother who was suffering from an illness. No matter how much they rushed, the earliest anyone would make it here from the castle town would be a day and a half. There are red cracks spreading through the sky. Hero of the shield Sama. The volunteers who were also summoned run up to me. As for the other 3 heroes, Phiro, if you're going to kick that spear bastard, do it so that he flies towards the cracks. It'll help him get there faster. Okay. Phiro listens to my order and runs off. Due to her speed, she catches up to the correct party. As soon as the spear bastard looks back, he is kicked by Phiro. Wow, his whole party was kicked away. It feels good to see that fucking woman also getting blown away. Though there wasn't much damage since Phiro held back. What did you do that for? It seems the spear is trying to say something to us. I ignore the spear and glare at the bow and sword. Note, he's not saying any of the heroes' names, just calling them by their weapons. Stop being a fool and wasting time. What is up with you right now? We must defeat the enemies spawned from the wave. I am amazed at anger of the foolish heroes. Listen to me first. You can hunt the enemy afterwards. I direct the volunteers towards the neighboring village. They nodded and ran off towards the village according to my orders. Now, stop interfering with our work. It's different. Itsuki is surprised by my roar and looked at me with bulging eyes. Calm down and think about it. Because I cannot receive aid money, I will not fight against the main body of the wave. As far as I am concerned, I will be trying to defend the towns and villages within the neighborhood. Do you guys understand? You are disqualified as a hero, that's right. All their followers are taunting me. Now you guys, defeating the enemies who spawn from the waves is your job. I do not know whether or not the wave is stopped if you defeat the boss. It is connected to the boss. Itsuki seems to have gotten excited and answers. Such a thing doesn't matter. However, besides that, we have important work. Do you guys understand? What would that be? When even you don't understand? I mean, you should know since this world resembles a game. Why don't you understand? To ask that would sound very sarcastic, so I'll hold back. Do you guys know about the knights? Do the heroes close their eyes at my voice? They will come later. I bring out a magic flare and show them. The distance from here to the castle town is 1.5 days on. Horse or Filo Real. That's too far. Then, what should we do? How did you get this information? I point at the volunteers running towards the village. Now that I think about it, how did you transfer with those people? Seriously? You guys don't even know the party function. For companions? I thought we couldn't have that many. This is different. A party leader is nominated and everyone who is within the party is a subordinate. That also makes them all part of the transfer. Perhaps these guys. I have more knowledge about the wave compared to them. First of all, that was confirmation. Now it is confirmed that we can bring help during the waves. Nobody says anything. Do you guys know of the help in tutorial? We have mastered this world. Anyway, our top priority is to suppress the wave. So see ya. Then fighting against the wave for you guys. Is a game? What? What about it? Let's hurry and go. My question was disregarded by Itsuki, who ran off. Motoyasu, do you know the meaning of my question? Well, instant dungeon. No, this is different. Is it a time attack wave? Rin, that is also wrong. Is it like a guild war? Or a game with large-scale battles? There was a game in my original world where there was a big even in which the players had only a week to participate. As expected, it seems that the only ones who can use the party system are the heroes. In fact, if the knights were late last wave, and if I retreated, the damage would be tremendous. Do you understand it completely because you used to run a big guild? Since their cooperation is top priority, I'll just be subtle about it. Of course, the heroes who are ace players have to lead the charge. But, to minimize damage, we must cooperate with the residents of this world. The fact that they don't understand is amusing. I managed a team before. Is Motoyasu's answer. He glances at Phiro's demon form. Well, he probably doesn't want to be kicked. Then you cannot understand. I don't need to. It will all work out one way or another. Sai, am I a secretary making sure you do your work? I'm not interested in this. Ren, I'm not good at talking to people about guild warfare since I didn't participate. His armor is quite cool. I want to know if this guy is capable of managing a large-scale guild. Anyway, This time we need to do our best, and make sure to bring knights next time. I need to lay a foundation to combat the waves. Both Rin and Motoyasu run off, without hiding their unpleasantness towards me. Hey, don't spit on the road. Anyway, let's go to the village in the neighborhood too. Okay, we got in the cart, and Raphtalia hurried to the village with me. Ouch dash. We arrived at the village just as the wave got there. Everything is covered in shadows, wolves, lizardmen, condors, and some goblins. These guys remind me of demi-humans, but all dark and covered with shadows. Respectively, they are called Dark Condor, Black Wolf, Assault Shadow Goblin, and Shadow Lizardmen. And there was Dimensional added before each of their names. They are just like ghosts that disappear into shadows when defeated. It's downright creepy. These demons are totally different from the previous wave. Is this going to be the case from now on? At any rate, I'll leave all the troublesome things to those guys. That is, ACHA dash. I hear a strange battle cry from the old woman whom I fed medicine to. She is faring well with a hoe in one hand. The volunteers are perplexed by this old woman as well. Ah, the saint. Thanks for the medicine. ACHA dash. The old woman bows to me after delivering blow after blow with a hoe to the demons that are rushing forwards. This old woman is quite strong. There are demon corpses left and right. Hey, you come over here and say thanks. I'm right. Thank you very much. The son of the old woman bows to me too. Anyway, for the time being, please evacuate and take shelter. These enemies are spawning from the wave. The volunteers are instructing the villagers to take refuge. The intervals between more enemies arriving and eliminate the current demons is quite small. We also join the suppression of the enemy. ACHA dash. The old woman casually slaughters the enemies. Are these really the movements of a person who was about to die a month ago? My old strength was returned thanks to the divine blessings of the saint. Ha ha. The old woman glares at her son, and he also starts fighting to his fullest, but he seems quite shy. However, he is not as good as his parent. The volunteers are barely able to put up a fight. No one can compare to the old woman. Even though I look like this, back in my prime, I was quite a famous adventurer. My level is the same as my age. ACHA dash. What a reckless grandmother. I don't think even 1,000 would be a match for her. While I hold back the enemy, they are massacred by power that is comparable to Fyro. I'm scared that when the battle is over, she will run out of battery and drop. What did I give that old woman to drink? Who knows? Raphtalia watches the grandmother with utter amazement. I will have to question her son closely later. Anyway, now is time to treat any injured people. It is top priority for those who are injured fall back from the defense line towards the cart. I perform treatment on injured people while giving instructions. ACHA. Saint Sama. It seems there's a suspicious one among the invaders. It seems there is a fairly big dimensional shadow lizardman mixed in. He is about twice the size of the others. Raphtalia, Fyro, will kill that fellow together. The volunteers will be a burden. Okay. I run towards the big game. The dimensional shadow lizardman is brandishing a huge black sword. I run in front of it and hold up my shield. A loud screeching sound can be heard as sparks scatter. Snake's poison fang, intermediate, activates and poisons the enemy. But there is barely any effect. This kind of enemy is a reptile after all. However, poison is not what I was aiming for. Area. A fearless Raphtalia pierces her sword right into the abdomen of the dimensional shadow lizardman. Daria. The face of the dimensional shadow lizardman is blown away by a single blow from Fyro. Dimensional shadow lizardman falls over and collapses on its back. Amazing. One of the volunteers unconsciously lets his thoughts out. Good. You guys go around the village and do damage control. If the grandmother, 6 volunteers, and some adventurers who live here go protect the village, a lot of the damage can be avoided. There should still be other villages in this neighborhood. It will be dangerous if we do not go help as soon as possible. Use what medicine you need. The ride won't be comfortable. Let's get going. Some volunteers get into the cart per my instructions. Let's go. Roger. Fyro pulls the cart that has become heavier and starts running with her explosive power. When we arrived at the next village, some volunteers looked to be in pain, but it wasn't particularly bad, so I ignored it. This village seems to have taken a lot more damage than the previous one. Houses were burnt, and some villagers are injured. Hurry, go rescue anyone you can. Okay. While slaughtering demons, we were waiting for the wave to end. So slow. 3 hours have passed since then. We are barely able to defend the villages in the neighborhood, but dealing with endless waves of demons is not very helpful. The evacuation of villagers was done properly, and the casualties amongst villagers were minimal. The refugees were not attacked when spotted because we were here, so our offenses and defenses continue as is. It would be too late regardless. How long are those heroes going to take? Hiro-sama, leave this place to us. Shouldn't you go support the other hero Samus? The child soldier who greeted me first gave the proposal. There is no meaning if I go. If I go to help them defeat the boss, they will just complain that I went to steal glory. But the volunteers looks exhausted. Fighting for 3 hours against unending enemies will do that to your stamina. Raphtalia and Fyro are also considerably tired. I am no different. Dash. Fyro kicks a dimensional assault shadow goblin while laughing. Yup, Fyro is still all right. That bird is a massive lump of stamina. Will you be fine? Please leave it to me. There seems to be some stamina left over. Then I'll take you up on your offer. I'm counting on you. Okay. Raphtalia, Fyro, let's go. Understood. Okay. We left the village to the volunteers and adventurers, while we rode towards the boss of the wave on Fyro. Previous chapter, next chapter. Chapter 52. Grow up, it should be around here. I think so too. Yup, a big wine red crack is spreading from the ground, and is the foundation of the wave. One after another demons crawl out from there. There is a fish-like ghost that is pure white, has red eyes, a big wide mouth with fangs, and a brutal countenance. But it's lying down. Did the big game from the waves already die? It's very ghost-like. There is a feeling that physical attacks will not work on this demon. A fish. What the hell is this? This doesn't look like too difficult of an enemy. You think so? Normal attacks won't be effective. Only magic should have an effect. There is knowledge from net games about requiring magic attacks. Then Fyro can fight. Huh? Won't a kick not work? Yup. Fyro can also use attack magic. Say that from the beginning. No. Kicking is faster than magic. Sigh. Fyro does not understand how useful magic can be. Asking the person in question for answers is like trying to grasp clouds. Did those guys beat the boss? Where are they? As I look around restlessly, there are sounds of clashing metal. Over there. You're right. Let's go over there. Fyro also hears it. So we run towards the direction of the sound. Rinbu Rei no Kata, Gyaku Shiki Setsujeka. The sky that is stained with red starts to shine. When I look up, there is a red moon that looks like it was cast by an antagonist. Then, something in the form of a person drew a circle through it, and then there was a red flash. Gwa-wa! We arrived as simultaneous screams erupted. Motoyasu, Ren, and Ituski are trapped within a tornado. Whole their companions are collapsed all over the place. Gua, what on earth happened here? From what I can tell, the enemy fired off a huge magic attack at this place. No. These guys should be considerably high-leveled. They shouldn't have been defeated so easily. But what is going on? Motoyasu was tossed near us. Meteor Spear should have hit. Ren mutters in response to Motoyasu. Mito or sword should have worked, and Itsuki. Meteor Bow should have done something. What? Do you guys want to be popular? The heroes have all fainted. Well, I think they aren't dead yet. Meteor, is that Hip? Are you their reinforcements? After the tornado stops, a person appears from the center. This fellow is wearing a jet black kimono with silver embroidery. It feels like clothes that are to be worn during a funeral back in my world. There stood a beautiful girl. Her face in no way inferior to Raphtalia. Her personality seems serious, and her hair is long. But something is off. Sometimes, she looks slightly translucent, just like a ghost. Her weapon is an iron fan. Holding an iron fan with both hands seems like a dance. This human-shaped woman seems to be Victor here. The heroes of this world seem to be all bark and no bite. Quite a disappointment. That human-shaped woman declares as she turns around. Master, this person is very strong. Fyro informs me while all the feathers on her body stand on end. Yes, I feel a strong pressure here. This strength is far from a normal demon. Raphtalia also warns me while her tail is standing up. So you defeated these fools. I step on the fucking woman's unconscious face while asking, is that how you treat your companions? It seems the woman in the kimono does not like my attitude. I apologize, but you can't be any more incorrect about her being my companion. After trampling her face about 3 more times, my anger is a little appeased. Doesn't matter. What you are doing is unjust. Speaking of unjust, this bitch has done far crueler acts. I have quite a grudge. Master is like a villain. Shut up. I do not have a just argument for the enemy. Raphtalia is a little amazed as she mutters. The gallery is being annoying. Can Phiro do that too? Phiro raises her foot and aims it at Motoyasu. Stop it. If you do it, he will die. Okay. The enemy seems a little amazed at our attitude. Although they are not your companions, your actions are not that of a just humans. Say whatever you like. Well, I lost in this world, but I cannot leave. The enemy charges with her iron fan. That's fast. I raise my shield at once. Gadgeon. Damn. That's very heavy. Even the zombie dragon did not have so much weight behind its attacks. Such a heavy attack from an iron fan. It would seriously be dangerous if Raphtalia or Phiro took one of these. Raphtalia, Phiro. Be careful. She's strong. Okay, sure. I am the hero of the shield who deciphers and calls forth the power of nature to defend. Fast guard. After I cast support magic on all 3 of us, the fight begins. The opponent grasped my intention, so she changed locations. We chased, so that other heroes and their companions would not wake up and interfere. She probably took down the boss of the wave too. I receive painful wounds from the iron fan whenever I receive an attack anywhere besides my shield. Whenever I have some room, I cast heal on myself, but this is very intense. Her attacks are not only quick, they are also extremely strong. She tried to change her aim to Raphtalia and Phiro, but I prevent her. As if I'd let you. So to obstruct her, I pulled her leg. Ugh. Release me immediately. However, you cannot remove my restraints with something like that. Are you the same combat type? This is more troublesome than those people before. The enemy remains nonchalant even after being subjected to Snake's poison fang, intermediate. As for her defense, I had to put that under serious reconsideration after she blocked an attack from Raphtalia and Phiro. In any chase, she's strong. In everything. The fact that the other heroes got defeated is proof enough. Master, watch Phyro's magic. Phiro crosses her left hand over her right and rushes towards the enemy. Here I come, for a moment. Yes, only a moment. Phiro turned into a blur. Gashur, 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 gashur. A shock that vibrates from impact is felt through the enemy. Damn. The enemy has a face full of agony. Seriously, this person is so obstinate. To receive Phyro's attack and not fly away. Such a heavy attack. Its strength rivals that of the hero of the sword. To kick me that heavily times in an instant. You can see Phyro's attacks? Phiro, do it again. Impossible. My magic power is exhausted and it takes time to prepare. Was that Phyro's sure kill attack? Eat this. Raphtalia pierces the opening. Naive. The iron fan intercept the sword at the last moment. Bakeen. Raphtalia's sword broke. Just how much strength does she have? Originally, iron fans can break swords, but that requires complete mastery. Even though I applied fast guard, I am barely able to block with my shield. And Phiro has already used her trump card. Damn. Raphtalia backs off and pulls out a spare. Is there any way to win? Huff. Huff. That's quite enough. No, we may have a chance if this becomes a battle of attrition. This fellow fought against all 3 other heroes and their companions. No matter who you are, there should still be fatigue. I'll end it with this. The enemy's whole body starts glowing. That's bad. This is the same attack that took out those 3, Raphtalia, Phiro. The enemy starts to rotate at high speed like a dance. Raphtalia and Phiro hide behind me, although just barely they were able to make it. Shield prison. A cage made out of shields and magic surrounds us. Rinbu Rei no Kata, Gyaka Shiki Setsujeka. A great storm descends from the iron fan and starts cutting down my shields. Damn it. What an incredible attack. No wonder the other heroes got swept up in it. Even I am barely able to hold. You too. Are you okay? Barely. It hurts. When I look back, both of them look like they've taken considerable damage. I applied heal ointment onto the wounds. Because of the ranged cure skill, their wounds were gradually cured. Really? To receive my trump and stand. Your defense is quite something. The tornado stops, and the enemy appears again. I am honored by your praise. Though I am quite beat up, we haven't lost yet. But we have nothing to get us out of this pinch. Fyro moves at high speeds and damages the enemy little by little. This will be a long battle. Whether or not we can win this battle of attrition is doubtful. What to do? There is only one move in this circumstance that can reverse the situation. Raphtalia, I catch Raphtalia who falls down. What's wrong? Lend me your power. It seems Raphtalia guessed what I was going to do. Okay, I am now Fumisama's sword. Even if you go through hell, I will follow. I know I believe it. There is no fear at all that my trust will be betrayed. But if I lose here, then Raphtalia and Fyro will die. Though I dislike to, I wish with all my heart that I want to protect by all means. I will absolutely not get consumed by anger. I swear so. I place my hand on my shield and think. Shield of Anger. Growth up due to Stone of the Zombie Dragon. Ability improvement of the Curse series, Shield of Anger. Shield of Anger 2 ability unsealed. Equipment bonus. Skill, change shield, attack. Iron Maiden special effect. Self-burning curse physical strength up rage of the dragon roar frenzy of companions then. Is this the last memory of the dragon that I absorbed into my shield? A scene is projected. A part of the chest and the middle of the forehead is pierced by the hero of the sword. The anger felt is far beyond imagination. I lost to that human. I was able to understand how much of a humiliation it was for the dragon grow up. Like hell? The shape of the shield changed from one surrounded by flame to one that resembles a dragon. Furthermore, in conjunction with the shield, barbarian armor +1 also changed. Is the cause from the decaying dragon core? The rider suit changes to look like a jet black dragon. And as compensation, a black shadow clouds my view. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Chapter 53, Iron Maiden Red Dragon Flame. The Shield of Anger 2 that was changed by a black shadow. Yo-ho. When I shout, the air vibrates. It's as if the world resonated with me. What? The enemy stops fighting Fyro and looks at me with a loss for words. Just like the first time, it is extremely dangerous to hold the Shield of Anger. It is trying to consume my heart. The shield's anger has increased. Is this the result of my upgrades? Damn, my view is warped. Now Fumisama. Suddenly, I feel a gentle touch. It is probably Raphtalia. I will not lose here. I shake the black shadow off and restore my vision. And I look the enemy straight in the eye. What? When I look at Fyro, I feel a strange resonance with her. The flame from my shield stays on Fyro without burning her. Ga'awa. Fyro sharpens her eyes like a bird of prey and kicks the enemy. Is this due to the dragon core that was absorbed by the shield? What is going on? This is even heavier than before. The enemy is in dismay due to Fyro's attacks, but I can't tell if Fyro is self-aware or not. All I can see in her eyes is rage and violence for the enemy. What happened? The enemy approaches and asks. Oh, it's my trump card. I still have my ego. It's going to be all right. I did not yield to anger because there was someone who will believe in me. I provoke the enemy despite all the cold sweat. I also instruct Raphtalia with my eyes to stay away. Are you okay? Yeah, I can still restrain it. I approach the enemy. UAA special effect, roar. It is probably something that increases the vibrations in the air. Ga'awa. In response to my roar, Fyro recklessly charges the enemy with me. Damn, don't dodge please. As if I'd do that. While the enemy is dealing with Fyro using her iron fan. I also enter the fray. Gadgeon. Alright, the attack is lighter compared to when I had the Chimeric Viper shield. In this case, it is not necessary to hunker down. The fire from the curse revolves around me. According to my anger, the heat increases or decreases. If I don't keep my anger in check, then the firepower would be extraordinary. But, as for the flames, the power of the curse is still in there. What? When Fyro dived recklessly through my flames, she falls to the ground instantly. Good. The black flame will take down the enemy. But, it's not an attack that I cannot endure. Though she took my flames head-on, it wasn't fatal. Rimbu no kata? Kiko wary. The iron fan was retracted and came piercing towards me. It resembles an arrow. Dangerous. I ready my shield with that in mind. Gatoon, a heavy impact, and pain can be felt throughout the body. My body was damaged through the shield. Damn. Hey, was I supposed to fall from that attack? It is hard to stay calm from the pain. But if I lose my cool, we all die here. It was quite a good attack. That attack was probably meant for penetration. At least that's what it would do in games. Even if defense is very high, it would be ignored and have no meaning. There is also the possibility that it will do more damage the higher defense their opponent has. Is this the weakness of the hero of the shield? This is an old rule of thumb from net games. There are numerous ways to deal with any problem. I do not know if my knowledge from those games apply to this world, but there are some things that will always be true. The enemy's offensive ability is simply too high while the shield is weak. Next, avoid attacks. It is a common sense against enemies that use instant death attacks. Finally, need some firepower. The way to overcome absolute offensive ability without dying is the role of a tank. Until now, I try to think of reasons that the shield is weak, but none of them really apply. I don't understand. Anyway, I need to concentrate now. Using fast heal I cure myself. I don't know whether or not the other party can heal, but I won't take any chances. I know the weakness of your attacks. The enemy declares grandly. Your only attack is the black flame, which is close range. It cannot attack me from a distance. And that also makes your roar useless. Damn, it hurts to be analyzed. She is quite suitable as a warrior. Insight is great. If were someone else, she would not lose. If someone like her is part of the wave, then won't it become a disaster? However, once I take out your companions, you have chance of winning from a distance. The enemy changes her aim to Fyro. Gawa. You think I'd let you? Damn, it takes too long to catch up since Fyro and her are so fast. Anything. Isn't there anything on hand I can use? Then it hits me. Change shield, attack. Iron Maiden. It is the skill that comes with the shield of anger. Doing a last all-or-nothing attack isn't too bad. I think it was shield prison dash, change shield, attack, dash, Iron Maiden. This is probably a skill that can only be used by consecutively using different skills. It might be a combination skill. Shield prison. I use the skill that surrounds the enemy within shields. Please don't think I'll be stopped so easily. However, it is extremely difficult to catch an enemy that moves with this skill. Damn, this is also dangerous for Fyro since they are moving so recklessly. I don't know if you will receive a fatal injury. The cage disappears doing nothing, and only the cool down time remains. Now, Fumi-sama, did you think of something? Yeah. Is there any way you can stop her from moving? It would be very dangerous, but it would give me the best chance of catching her within the cage. I understand. I'll do my best. Will you be alright? I'll be fine. I can fight today, thanks to Nao Fumi-sama. Raphtalia takes a stance with her sword and concentrates. Her tail is also standing up. Is she going to use magic? Match my timing because I'll stop her. Yeah. After some light appeared from her tail, Raphtalia ran towards the enemy. Dariawaya. To come from the front is truly foolish. An arrow of light that is the iron fan is fired towards Raphtalia. But Raphtalia dodges it by lowering her posture. Dia. The enemy was slashed at with the sword. You're full of openings. Raphtalia resumes her posture, but is slashed by the enemy. Su. Raphtalia scattered and simmered into the air. What? There is a fizzing sound. Then, Raphtalia appears from behind the enemy and knocks her down. Now, got it. I respond to Raphtalia's instructions. Fyro has already moved away since she can tell I am about to use a skill. It seems she can be manipulated by the shield of anger. Shield prison. What? The enemy is caged by shields. The cage seems to break at any moment due to her attacks. Not happening. I will not let the chance that Raphtalia made go to waste. Change shield, attack. I shout the name of the skill. The shields that are available to the change to appears. The shield which I chose is the bee needle shield. The shields change, and the inside is attacked. An impact spreads throughout the cage. Iron Maiden. When I was about to shout the name of the skill, a sentence appears in my head. The foolish criminal will feel with their whole body the embrace of virgin iron in a single blow. Release a cry full of painful agony that will not be heard. Iron Maiden. A huge iron torture device known as the Iron Maiden appears as I chant and wraps around the cage. The cage of shield breaks and is confined by the Iron Maiden and pieced. Not even the cry is let heard. At the same time my SP hits 0. This skill, does it use all of its caster's SP as the sacrifice? And the effect time of the Iron Maiden disappears. Gufu, with her whole body penetrated the enemy, glares at me while breathing heavily. I am very dissatisfied, but I have no choice but to withdraw for today. You can still stand after receiving such a skill? You think I'll let you escape? Huh, The enemy starts running towards the crack in the sky. When I look at Fyro, she doesn't seem to want to chase. It seems roar is necessary to order Fyro to charge recklessly, but I cannot use it because I have no more SP. We almost beat her. My name is Glass. What is your name? Before she entered the crack, she turned around and pointed at me. Is it necessary for me to respond? No, it is not. But I want to remember the person who cornered me like this. That's it. As expected of a warrior, though there are a lot of things I want to know. Then, let me give the person who has the shield one piece of information. What? What are you saying? It is a big mistake to think of me as a mere disaster. But it is not I who will win. It is the one beyond the boundary. This information is surely important. I know nothing about what kind of thing a wave is. Glass. It is necessary to know the meaning of her words, but also about the meaning of the waves. At least the enemy is an intellectual living entity. I have been too obsessed with that bitch princess and trash king. The true enemy that we heroes fight are these fellows from the wave. It seems I have enemies behind and in front of me. Understood. Thanks for the information. My name is Iwatani Naofumi. Naofumi. I'll remember it. When Glass declares that and enters the crack, it starts to disappear. Shortly after, it vanishes. I immediately change Shield of Anger to another shield. Although that shield gives me a temporary power-up, I cannot use it for too long. We did it. I guess. Funya. Did something happen? Raphtalia just catches up to me as I turn around, and Fyro falls to the ground in exhaustion. Was the wave settled somehow? I think so. Fyro is tired. Is that so? Let's ignore the other heroes and go clean up. Thus, the third wave in this world ended. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Chapter 54. Farewell. We return to where the boss died to check up on those heroes who have fainted with volunteers and villagers. So unnecessary. Well, I had to return to get materials from the wave for my shield to a Borb, since the assault Shadow Goblin and Shadow Lizard Men were only shadows that could not be absorbed. No, I have a feeling that if I make a lump of shadow volunteers, we started helping out around the village by processing demon corpses and reconstructing any damaged buildings. Still, I cannot help everyone. So my top priority became making meals and treating injuries. Okay. The volunteers obediently did what I asked without question. It seems I don't need to doubt them anymore. One night passed after the long fight. It seems the knights have finally arrived. Along with the volunteers, I was summoned by an angry knight leader. Bastard! Who gave you permission to selfishly take my soldiers? This isn't the hero Sama's responsibility. We were the ones who wanted to help and borrow his power. What? You lot call yourselves Knights of Merlot, Mark? By siding with the shield bastard? You know, this is quite the disgrace scene. If you have a problem with our behavior, just get rid of us, right? The volunteers protected Mai by frankly expressing their opinions. According to the stories I had, the upper echelon of the knights had a meeting after they found out that the volunteers wanted to help a hero. I think that if these guys weren't here, there would be much more damage. The villagers who heard what I said also nod. The other heroes and their companions were brought to that building to rest after they were defeated by the formidable enemy who appeared during the wave. Though they weren't asked to, the villagers take care of the heroes and their companions. Thanks to the prescribed medicine, they will have a complete recovery in a few days. Due to the fast recovery, they regained consciousness today. Hurry up, carry out Hero Sama and their companions. Send them to the treatment institute immediately. Hey, they are going to be fine. Priority goes to the villagers and others who are severely injured. The heroes are our top priority for this world and our country. What an arrogant answer. Well, it seems their problem is that I prioritize the treatment of villagers. Whatever. Go away, I'm busy. Wait, Shield, the knight leader calls for Mai to stop, so I turn around and ask for the circumstances. What is it this time? You need to give a report, so come to the castle. No thanks, that place stinks. I'm telling you to come. Do you have the authority? Even though this is meaningless, why does it still have to be prioritized? The volunteers lower their heads and look down, but I just ignore it and turn around. Hero of the Shield Sama, I beg you, please go. Oh, this guy obeyed my instructions and acted properly. I cannot coldly refuse, though it is also necessary to go collect my metal wagon from the old man. I look back while scratching my head. Fine, I'll go, but I'll only meet this guy once. Thank you very much. I nodded to the volunteer who expressed his thanks. This We went straight to the castle. Next day, we arrive at the castle town and enter the castle. The shield's companions have to wait in another room. Why am I the only one that goes? Why is this guy acting so overbearing? Hey, can I leave yet? This is going to be a giant waste of time. Please don't go. There are various things that you must hear. I would have liked to talk about them before coming here. The process of how the other heroes got smashed and how we defeated the enemy was already explained. It seems one of the volunteers confirmed what I said since he happened to see it. In any case, if the Trash King tries to force something on me, I'll just run away. Due to Raphtalia and Phiro, I will not be easily caught. Quiet. You are in the king's presence. I was guided to the throne, and the Trash King greeted me with a grim expression. It seems he already heard the story. He seems to be irritated. Although it is regrettable, thanks to the shield the wave was defeated. Though I don't believe it. Is that any way to thank a person? Insolence. Well, it's fine. I only want to ask one thing. Though, I'm sure you're lying. What do you want? It is a little annoying that he believes everything I say to be false. Shield, how did you outwit the other heroes and steal their strength? You have an obligation to speak, though I don't believe it. Now speak, though I know you're lying. So it's about that. The Trash King is concerned that the other heroes are weaker than me. Huh. I am so disgusted that I can't even talk. Honestly, Glass beat the other heroes up. Even though the heroes outnumbered her, they still lost. Did I only win due to compatibility and the fact that the other party was worn out? Or were the other heroes weak and not even exhaust her? I should look around that vicinity when I'm free. But what to do here? All right. I showed a radiant smile to the trash and gave him a thumbs down. Prostrate yourself if you want to find out. What? All that's on the Trash King's face is a dumbfounded expression. That's a very interesting face. I want a picture. Did you not hear me? It seems Trash has poor hearing. I told you to rub your head on the ground if you want to know. Yo, what's wrong? You sound like a screeching monkey. Oh, I see. The Trash King of this country is indeed lower than a monkey. Though I would rather be talking to a monkey. The Trash King's face is instantly dyed red and stares at me like I'm responsible for the murder of his parents. Ah, this feels pretty good. You bastard, dash. The cry of the Trash King echoes throughout the castle. Enemy from the wave in front, and Trash King in the back. But I do not intend to be defeated by either. And in this way I parted with the Trash King. Previous chapter, next chapter. Chapter 55, Departure. Because you found out I can't do everything. I'm not versatile like you. I'm not omnipotent either. What does the old man think of me? Well, it's parked in the back. Then let's check it out. By the way, Raphtalia dash. Raphtalia grasps my hand before I finish. What's wrong? This sword is still fine. Let's conserve money for now. Well, if Raphtalia says so. Though Phiro is now our main attacker. It shouldn't be necessary for Raphtalia to act unless it's urgent. The same goes for me. This sounds bad, but there may be weapons somewhere else that are better than the ones in the old man's shop. We went around the equipment store to check out the metal wagon. The hood is metallic, and the whole carriage feels like an enlarged Christmas ornament that my parents bought. Wow. Phiro's eyes are shining with unprecedented brightness. She heads towards the front and grabs the handle. Phiro is going to pull this right. Yay. Phiro is quite happy. Both her feet and wings are flapping, as if wanting to bolt off at any moment. She has such a face. For the time being, let's carry in your luggage. Okay. We transfer the baggage from our carriage that we used in between waves to the new one. It took quite some time to carry the materials, merchandise, and tools. How is it, lad? The old man from shows up when he has free time. And I answer with a thumbs up. Yeah, it's as great as I expected. I see, but it seems to be very heavy. Will the little missy be fine? Yup, this fellow here ran around the country with a carriage that had 3 carts attached. That's amazing. Rather, it's lighter than I expected, so I'm a little disappointed. You know, stop being so stubborn. What are the standards for Filo Real anyway? Why do they feel great when they pull carriages? Ha, do your best. So what'll you do from now on? What will I do? I heard about the commotion at the castle. The old man says to me with a somewhat troubled face. That sure traveled quick. Rumors keep the town lively. Oh well, I did is so that Trash would understand his position. Though it's only a matter of time before you get falsely accused again. That's what I expected. If possible, I don't want to know. I believe I asked this some time ago. Are you going to go to Silt Welt or Shurdo Furidan to class up? A few things come to mind and what I should have done when threatening trash is also get permission to use the hourglass of the Dragon's Era. But if the class up is controlled by the trash, I will also fear for Raphtalia and Fyro. I would rather not have that unnecessary anxiety haunting me. It would be best to get a free pass for class up in any of these two countries. Well, I expected you to be forced to leave this country someday. What? It seems the old man is nodding his head as if agreeing with himself. What does he mean? I would recommend you going to Shurfuridan. Silt Welt is in turmoil. Is that so? Yeah, humans there are treated just like the demi-humans in this country. No wonder. It would be unsuitable for me who is a human. But, thanks for the help. I'll be going to Shurfuridan. We finished loading and got into the carriage. Well then, I expect you to visit a great number of shops. Thanks, alright. Do you know of any weapons that have a soul attribute or can damage ghosts? I see. So you've gotten to the point where you need to prepare for such enemies. I can make something cheaply from certain materials. I cannot match you anymore. If possible, don't come back for a while. I'll tell you where you can get materials. I understand. Thanks for all the help. Then let's go. Okay, see ya. Old man. Later, Fyro pulls the rattling carriage. Our present goal is a class up. It seems to be quite far into the future. With Fyro's running speed, we should arrive in 2 weeks. I hear a loud voice outside. Before leaving the castle town as something hits the metal carriage. I found you. What? After making Fyro stop, a little girl looks into the carriage and points at me. Behind the girl is a knight-like guy. These guys seems to have followed us for a while. You did something terrible to father. What? The girl with blue hair that I am not familiar with gets closer. What's with you? Don't play dumb. I know that you can't hide it. You are an accomplished villain. The atrocious hero of the shield. This goddamn noisy kid. Is she some aristocrat? That reminds me. I sold some cheap accessory to a noble before. Though it wasn't just once or twice. I can't remember how many times anymore. I see. Your father just can't tell quality. I am just smarter. What did you say? But, hero of the shield, evil person. That's quite unpleasant. Oh well, it's too late now. Tell you father. To polish his aesthetic sense next time. Boo-boo. I'll never admit it. Mother is wrong. The hero of the shield is a bad person. I'll punish you. The subordinate knights step forward according to the girl's order. Can you keep them company, Fyro? What? Just go. Okay, Fyro stares at the goddamn kid and seems preoccupied. Holy bird. Fyro inclines her neck and looks at the goddamn kid puzzled. Hurry up and go. Okay, Fyro nods, and the carriage suddenly takes off. Wait. Donar run away. The voice of the goddamn kid fades into the distance. The castle town sucks as expected. Other than coming for shopping, I would rather stay away. Previous chapter, next chapter. Chapter 56, Shield Demon. Let's continue peddling. I guess. Traveling expenses and the cost of weapons can get pretty expensive. I think so too. Though our food costs for a certain bird is the highest. The mileage to food cost ratio on our bird is not negligible, but our horsepower is amazing. Feeding a demon is ridiculous. The sheer quantity required is impossible to sustain. So before all my money is consumed, I need to earn more. We should be fine selling things in the villages and towns we stay at. While thinking so, our treat begins. But I finally caught up. It is now evening. The goddamn kid from the castle town caught up with us. While peddling, I decided on an inn. What a persistent brat. We haven't finished talking yet. Whatever. It's about your father. So what? So what? You suck. The goddamn kid's face instantly turns red. Quite an emotional kid. It's annoying and hysteric. My father is angry at the shield. I see, that's great. No, it's not. This annoying brat. After deciding on a place to stay, the hotel charges are paid. I want to ignore her, but she is very persistent. I wonder how far she intends to chase. I want to ask and make sure. What's wrong? Fyro got bored of playing nearby and came back. By the way, even if a party member beats a demon far away, I still get a little experience. Sometimes all those minuscule experience gains block my view while peddling. Though Fyro brings me materials under the pretense of souvenirs. The goddamn kid stops and watches Fyro again. Are you the Philo Real that pulled the carriage? Yeah, you understand. You are different from all the Philo Real that I know of. It's my first time seeing one that looks like a child. To be fair, Only a few people have actually seen a Philo Real queen. We might be the only ones in the country. Master, did you need anything? We are talking. Start from the beginning. Phiro has been talking with her since they met. Shouldn't you be chirping? Nope. Phiro can speak words. Wow. Awesome. I'm amazing. The goddamn kid approaches Phiro and touches her. Phiro doesn't seem to mind. Oh, their mental ages are probably similar. I can use this. If Phiro agrees to it, she can take her Philo Real form, and you two can go out and play together. Really? Yeah. Go play until you're finished, and then return. Yay. The goddamn kid pats Phiro with a smile. Master, what about Phiro? Play with the child. I order you not to injure her. Yay. Phiro saddles the little sh*t on her back. Her expression instantly brightens. Yay. We're so high. Let's go play. Okay. They happily run off together. The knights chase after them with a perplexed expression. It's finally quiet again. Now, Fumi-sama, your expression right now is very evil. There's no problems. That goddamn brat is probably going to forget any grudges she has after this. Goddamn brat. Now, Fumi-sama, do you dislike kids? Not particularly. If I disliked them, I would have abandoned you and Phiro a long time ago. Well, that's true. I hate her because she is accusing me. I'd like to avoid any falling sparks if possible. When we enter the neighboring country, they should stop. If she's an animal enthusiast and will just play with Phiro, it'll be fine. I guess. That day, Phiro did not come back until very late. It seems they were very excited about having new friends and played a lot. Well, it's good that they are happy about it. By the way, the name of that goddamn kid is Melchan. Next morning, after eating a light breakfast, we leave the inn quickly. On the road. I crease my brows and face palm. I knew this was going to happen, but to think she would be this quick. I already forgot about the fellow when we departed this morning. It's Melchan. Since Phiro stopped, I got off the carriage to welcome the goddamn kid. You should be glad, Phiro-chan. I won't have the hero of the shield apologize if we can play. I'm sorry. Are we done? Don't apologize to me. Do it to father. So annoying. I can't deal with her. If you don't apologize, everyone won't be forgiven. So she says, as the knight behind her pulls out a sword. You want to fight? Against a hero? Huh. The guy behind the goddamn brat is pointing a crystal ball at me. What's that? Suddenly I notice. This guy, he's not looking at me. I feel a chill run up my spine. This foreboding feeling, an atmosphere reminds me of when I was deceived by that bitch. This atmosphere that I encountered the past few months of trying to plunge another into despair. I charge the knight at once, and my premonition becomes reality. The knight aims his sword at the goddamn kid. Kaya, airstrike shield. The goddamn brats starts to scream. I immediately cast airstrike shield to intercept. What the hell are you doing? I stand in front of the goddamn kid and glare at the enemy. You shield? How dare you hold a princess hostage? Huh? Princess? Regardless of who you are looking after, isn't it weird to call them princess? The goddamn kid seems to know what's going on, and her face turns blue. The shield is evil. I've known since the beginning. The enemies are attacking us while saying so. I protect the goddamn kid by pulling her close. Gaken, the clashing of metal resounds in the area. Damn. The enemy starts to cast magic that rains fire. Can't be helped. I'll cover the goddamn kid with my mantle to protect her from magic. You, demon of the shield. Phiro Raphtalia. Okay. As per my instructions, Raphtalia and Phiro charges the enemy. Just as we counterattack, the enemy retreats on horseback. Fools. Phiro's leg power overwhelms horses. One of them is instantly blown off. Gwa-ah-wah. It's the devil. Additionally, we pursue the enemy and continue attacking. 1, 2. Some were captured, but a few of them managed to get away. What the hell is wrong with these guys? Were they not the goddamn brats' guards? A princess, huh? I have no choice but to perform a few interrogations here. I ask the enemies who are bound by rope. Now then, you bastards, tell me you are trying to kill a child. Only the reason. As if I have anything to say to a devil. Oh, devil, huh? It's been a while since I've been straight up called that. Regardless of who, it's always hero of the shield. You. Do you understand what's happening to you? I give instructions to Phiro. Food. The enemy's face turns blue. I will sacrifice myself for God. God will lead me to heaven. Religion. Against these kinds of fanatics, threats will not work. Hey brat, you have any ideas? The goddamn brat shakes her head in fear. Say, what religion do you believe in? It'll probably be to some stupid god anyway. The Three Heroes Church. You damn devil. You dare mock God. As I thought. These fools can't stand it when their religion is mocked. Now, if I can skillfully manipulate him with insults, I may be able to get some information. The religion of this country. Raphtalia mutters alone. Do you know about it? This country mostly believes in the teachings of the Three Heroes. I did not believe since my parents were from a different religion. Then this guy is just using religion as a tool for personal gains. Ah, yeah. I find a rosary-like accessory on the people who Raphtalia tied up. I'm going to place this on the ground. Huh. What a strange symbol. 3 weapons pile on top of each other. Sword, spear, and bow. Quite an unpleasant lineup of weapons. Now, I will step on this tool if you guys don't speak obediently. St. Stup. The enemy's cry stops me. That was quite early. Is this lump of metal so important? Rather than anything special, it just reminds me of a fashion accessory. It doesn't even have any special effects. Though it might just be the case for me since people in my world start wars for religion. Look at this. I repeatedly stomp on the strange symbol with my foot. You devil of the shield. God will never forgive such acts. I know. Now tell me quickly why you're trying to kill her. Or is this the degree of your faith? Huh. Damn. To think there would be a devil stepping on God's symbol right in front of you. Shouldn't God be on your side? It's the opposite of the loyalty test. Since this guy recognizes me as the devil, he will not stand by as I perform barbaric acts. If you spit it out, I'll stop. I'm not going to listen to anything a devil has to say. Oh, I see. I stomp on the symbol hard enough that it sinks into the ground. You bastard. I wonder what happened. Did he finally realize his position? Hey, brat. Who is this guy anyway? Ew. The goddamn brat still seems to be recovering from the fear of almost being killed. Melchan, Master and Phiro is here, so you'll be all right. Phiro-chan, the goddamn kid, collects herself, gives me a look and mutters. These people are my father's knights. That reminds me, who is your father? Father? Yeah. Which noble family are you from? Not nobility? Then what is it? She looks considerably well-bred. Is she the daughter of a famous merchant? Daughter of the accessory merchant? Though there should be no reason for malice if that's the case. From this guy's speech and behavior, her dad should be quite powerful and respected. I still think she's some noble's daughter. Father is the king of this country. What? Holt Clay Merlot Mark the 32nd. I am Melty Merlot Mark, this country's princess. Previous chapter, next chapter. Chapter 57. Church of Three Heroes. All right, let's throw this guy away and leave the country. I declare immediately after finding out that this goddamn brat is the second princess of Merlot Mark, Melty. Please wait. Are you just going to abandon a child who is being targeted? She's the daughter of trash. I'm also going to be convicted regardless. But I think the circumstances are quite strange. Raphtalia's opinion does make sense. The second princess who was almost murdered is shaking again, while Phiro is babysitting her. If she really is the second princess, there should be no reason for the knights of this country to kill her. Is this just a big conspiracy or factional strife? Why would they want the princess dead? I am completely ignorant about the circumstances of this country's internal affairs. Melchan, why were you almost killed? I don't know. I just came to complain to the hero of the shield because he hurt father. You came alone? No. The Imperial Guardsmen Knights wanted to come no matter what. It seems the second princess is merely a puppet. Even if I interrogate her, it would be impossible to get any information. Phiro will certainly help you. Hey, don't just go making promises without my permission. Master, Phiro wants to help Melchan. No, I want to help. I want to help. I want to help. Arg, so annoying. *T. I have a bad feeling about this. What's going to happen? The knight who was watching begins to laugh. Finally, you understand your position as a devil. Shut up. I'm done with you. You can't escape. I'll be waiting here until the mission succeeds. What do you mean? Our goal is to kill the second princess and pin the blame on you. But even though the first condition cannot be fulfilled, it is fine. Your head will be worth a lot of money from now on. That trash, to think he would do something like this. You're willing to sacrifice your daughter to find a just cause for killing me. Even if you escape abroad, the royal family's assassins will pursue you. Wait, why is it necessary to kill the second princess in front of me? If you wanted to pin a false charge on me, all you needed is the bitch's testimony. Even if the second princess is murdered somewhere else, they just need to claim that I did it. Why aren't they doing? Suddenly, I recall that other knight's crystal ball. Due to him fleeing first, he managed to escape. If that was something that took photographs. Devil of the Shield, the fact that you participated in murdering Princess Melty has been spread to the other countries. You will no longer be able to take refuge there. No wonder. In this country, they cannot cross the borders to search for me. If I manage escape abroad, then it will show that this country is weak. As for the other countries, they will help the hero of the shield to try gaining me as an ally. However, that will be impossible now. There is a crystal ball that shows the moment when the hero of the shield might have murdered the second princess. That is plenty of evidence. Once they show that to foreign countries, I won't be able to seek refuge. Wow, I kind of respect how thorough they are. That leaves me with 3 choices. Choice 1, I ditch the second princess. The knight of the trash that came to kill the second princess will fulfill his duty and give the country a just cause to hunt me. I live as a wanted man with a bounty on my head. It spreads to another country, and the time that I stay as a wanted man becomes even longer. It will be the most dangerous when the wave comes. I will most likely be caught. Choice 2, I take the second princess to the trash and explain the circumstances. The second princess will keep her life, but this is trash we are talking about. The crime of kidnapping will not be cleared. In other words, I can save the life of the second princess, but my innocence will not be proven. Choice 3, we go kill trash in an outrage. The crime will be complete, which will lead to the 3 heroes, the church, and a massive amount of knights hunting me down. The possibility of failure is too high. No matter the choice, my innocence will not be proven. That trash king, to murder his own daughter to kill me. Very unpleasant. Seriously, why is everyone blood related to the king so annoying? Huh? It's over for the devil of the shield. You will perish before the church 3 heroes. Shut up. I tell the knights to shut up while ordering Fyro out of spite. You are allowed to kill them, but it's meaningless since a lot of them already escaped. But if my false charges are dropped, they will ask about the homicide. Still, that church of 3 heroes. Church of 3 heroes, 3 heroes, church. Now that I think about it, aren't these things all connected? The symbol contains the holy weapons of those 3. But isn't it strange? Sword, spear, bow, and shield. According to legends, these 4 are the only ones. But the knights view me as the devil, and the church of 3 heroes are also hostile. Is that it? Upon arrival in this world, none of the adventurers wanted to become my companion. Naturally, the only adventurers they prepare are ones trusted by the country. It seems the religion known as the Church of 3 Heroes is brought up a lot around the city. Since the Church of 3 Heroes calls me the Devil of the Shield, I am supposed to be an absolute evil within the country. Who would willingly become the Devil of the Shield's companion? Were they not even aware of my situation? Or were they trying to create a situation where I can be nothing but evil? That seems to be the case. In this country, just saying Hero of the Shield will earn you a dirty look. The majority of knights are blind believers. Of course, the royal family is no exception. Thinking back with this information, I can't help but be a little amused at the rape accusations placed on me. Since I am treated as a religious enemy, I was ignored intentionally and branded as a criminal without evidence. If I do anything bad, the citizens will just say, because he's the Devil of the Shield, that sister's hostility towards me at the Hourglass of the Dragon's era proves it. I can somewhat understand the Trash King's thoughts. If he wants to keep his standing as the king, he will not be able to treat the Devil of the Shield the same as the 3 heroes. Currently, the reputation of the Hero of the Shield has improved within the country. Since I have been going around various places masquerading as the Saint of the Holy Bird and saving people. Excluding the castle town, recently even as the Hero of the Shield, there has been no more hostility aimed towards me. The problem is related to the prestige of the church. I have no doubt they will also add threatening the Church of 3 Heroes to my list of crimes. Is that why they played the trump card that is the second princess? But, in the end, this is all merely speculation. No matter what I do, it will be impossible to get rid of the false accusations. Father won't do something like this, declares the second princess. Maybe. Finish your sentence. Mother said that father's forte is in warfare, but recently he also has quite a short fuse. Mother, huh? Speaking of which, I still have not met the wife of Trash. Good at war, huh? That's certainly one hell of an enemy I've made. So far nothing good has happened to me. Mother always wins when they play intellectual games. Aren't you just calling her cunning? Whenever I talked to him, all I felt was that he was a fool. Not sure how smart this mother will be. Father cherishes me, so he won't do something like this. Then why did such a thing happen? The second princess seems to cry at a moment. Master is awful, that's right. To make such a small child cry. She is the same age as you. Did Raphtalia forget she was the same size about 2 months ago? Or is it because she has a big sister relationship with Phiro? Well, that trash king wasn't exactly a good person. However, he does not seem like a criminal. I think that the trash treasures his relatives. There is also the possibility that this situation was entirely cooked up by the fanatics that are trying to label me as a devil at all costs. Besides, is the current royalty even stable? This might be a little forced, but what if there are 2 factions? One supporting that bitch and one for the second princess? What about your sister? The successor would want to nip a bad bud early. That bitch would pull off such a plan. Wouldn't it be something like, I am the next queen. I need to prevent my younger sister from somehow taking the seat. If it's elder sister, maybe. Well, I'm not denying that possibility. Since the old days, mother would tell me not to imitate my sister in entrapping people to get whatever she wanted. Is this the bitch's plan? I mean, even her own relatives are wary of her. Mother said that father does not understand. Now that I think about it, you've been saying mother is since a while ago, but who is she? Mother is the queen of this country. All year round she is in charge of diplomacy. I am always with mother. So what does that have to do with us? Mother will occasionally return visit father. So about her diplomacy. Because I do not want war, I try my best every day. Because of the wave, the world is in danger. Since I am the queen, it is my duty to protect my country. From what I hear, she seems to be superior to the trash. She might not patronize me, though a dangerous fellow may come after me to protect trash. Thinking back seriously, did I not pass by this fellow in the castle after I parted from trash? The day before yesterday, were you with your mother? Is it that person with the purple hair? That is my mother's body double. Body double, huh? Was there really such a feeling? Her outstanding purple hair left an impression. Yup, that's her disguise, and she talks funny. Wow, doesn't matter. She is greater than father. The second princess just said something outrageous. What did you say? She is greater than father. What? Nao Fumi-sama. In Merlot Mark, the queen has the power. This country's royal family is of the female line. Raphtalia supplemented as if it was natural. Then is that it? That trash is a son-in-law. Nao Fumi-sama, why are you laughing? This is too funny. That trash is just a son-in-law taken into the family? Ahaha. Master, you seem to be having fun. Do not speak ill of father. Isn't it fine? He deserted you. I wasn't thrown away. Yuan. Oh, the second princess has begun hitting me while crying. What a healing scene. I see an annoying fellow crying. You're the worst, making a child cry and then laughing. I know. Raphtalia got mad as expected. So, is there any way we can clear the suspicions and save her life? In the first place, why should I defend relatives of the trash and bitch? Still, I cannot murder her. Though this fellow's blood is bad, I would rather not dirty myself with it. Sigh. However, I do sympathize a bit with her situation. Being betrayed by blood relatives whom you believe in. The second princess has tasted the bottom of despair. All right, there must be some method. Do you know where your mother the queen is? This is the first method. If trash is of no use, I'll meet and talk with the queen. Since she has more power than trash, our problem should be solved. In this scenario, the second princess's survival has become a necessary condition. We will be heavily depending on whether she lives or dies. It also seems that from our talks her mother is quite intelligent. Though I still have my doubts considering how stupid trash is. I don't know. The second princess shakes her head. I see. There is no reason to flee to another country aimlessly in this situation. I recall my talk with the old man of the equipment store. If I'm not mistaken, the country of demi-humans Silt Welt is one that dominates humans. Merlot Mark's influence will be very low there, right? The possibility is quite high that the queen will find out and come to negotiate when she finds out that the second princess leaves Merlot Mark. Of course, it would be very dangerous for us humans, but we have Raphtalia who is a demi-human. It might also be good if we disguise ourselves. All right, let's run away to Silt Welt for the time being. We might be able to overcome this situation there. That's the country of demi-humans. I see, it could work. Raphtalia seems to understand. I'll leave the negotiations to enter the demi-human country to you. Okay, now second princess, I will have you come with us. Rest assured, I will protect you by all means. If you do not wish to die, then follow me. Okay, the second princess unwillingly joins our carriage. I do not dislike children if they understand. But in this case, that it would be better tell the truth about this trash king and bitch princess who are no better than filth to this world. Since the situation demands it, our destinies have become intertwined. If either of us die, it's over. The second princess is also still a child. If we teach her about what's correct starting from the beginning, she might be able to understand. Then we'll be together from now on, Mel-chan. Yup, I'll be in your care, Fyro-chan. Fyro is in a good mood now that she found out she'll have a new friend to journey together with. The second princess will be the key that leads us to victory. If we lose her, we are done. I covered the knights who fainted in the forest and changed our direction to Silt, Welt, while staying cautious. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Chapter 58. Wanted. Omo. I am observing the situation behind a bush. It's been several hours since we picked up the second princess. Since there is a village nearby, we must be cautious. Nearby is the village that was plagued by the dragon corpse a while ago. It seems what the knight said was true. Devil of the Shield Iwatani Naofumi slaughtered Imperial Guard knights and kidnapped the second princess while escaping, wanted dead or alive. The prize dash, on the notice board within the village, their piece of paper that has quite a large amount of price money declared on it by the soldiers of the castle. Is this seriously only a few hours after? They seemed too prepared for this. I knew this was a setup since the beginning. For some reason, they also assumed I killed off those knights that I caught. I heard it. If you strap a bomb on yourself and charge, you will go to heaven. These guys are putting similar insane thoughts to practice. The Imperial Guardsmen Knights have memorized an image of the criminal. The Imperial Guardsman Knight who brought the crystal ball to the castle also died after duty was completed. Furthermore, it seems that a hologram of me is being projected by the crystal ball. My face was twisted with wickedness, and I am strangling the second princess by her neck, which also appears to be bleeding. Is that amount of fabrication even possible? Should I make a habit of avoiding crystal balls at all costs in the future? Though she looks pretty healthy despite being on the verge of death. When I look closely at the second princess's face, despite the fact that she is being strangled, her expression is more shocked than painful. By the way, the country of Silt Welt is located southeast of Shirudo Furidin, which is northeast of our current location. It seems that it's for us necessary to cross two countries. That is considerably further than before. We will somehow have to advance without being found. If you see the devil that has a strange bird pulling his carriage, contact the country immediately. The crystal ball then shows Fyro's image, and her expression is that of a bird of prey spitting poison from the mouth. That's good. I can use poison since they put that in the forgery. This is going to be a problem though, since Fyro is our main means of transportation. We might have to leave Fyro somewhere. So, Fyro, you understand, right? No. As I finished scouting the village, I went to Fyro and to let her know. If we continue letting Fyro pull the carriage to refuge, she will attract a lot of attention. If it comes down to it, Fyro could just abandon the carriage and run off with her superior speed. They would have a hard time catching her, but we would lose everything. So, I have to explain the situation. We can't help it. Because you stand out. In the sense that she's an unusual demon. She is the reason I am known as the Saint of the Holy Bird after all. Can't Fyro just change into a different form before anything happens? Fyro will work hard. How are you, Dash? Fyro's body shines and starts transforming. She will probably pull the carriage in her human form anyway. Her neck and feet started extending. Gee. Fyro has transformed into a normal philo real that resembles an ostrich. Well, the size is considerably bigger than average, I guess. Can you maintain this figure? Gee. She nods. Can you only chirp in that form? Gee. I see. I guess we will be fine if she can keep this appearance. Fyro-chan is amazing. The second princess's eyes sparkles as she begins playing with Fyro. Gee, this high-pitched screeching is better than her toxic mouth anyway. When you're in that form, be quiet. Gee. My head was gripped by her foot. Naturally, since Raphtalia and Fyro rarely attack me, they forget that it violates the slave mark. The demon crest appears on her chest, and she rolls over in pain. Gee. Fyro-chan. Seriously, what is it you don't like? Don't use violence on Phiro-chan. I didn't. The demon crest only activated because she attacked me, though she is still sort of cute in this form, although her communication is lacking. But like this, I don't know what Phiro is saying. It seems that this could be from my inner thoughts of, it would be nice if I had a pet that will unconditionally listen to me and not be noisy. Phiro returns to her human forms and starts whining like a child. It's painful. You asked for it. Even you understand. Demons can't attack their masters. You. The second princess is strangely worried about Phiro. Is it because they are friends? For the time being, I'm assuming you are fine with disguising ourselves. Up until now, we were fine staying hidden as a saint, so it should work out somehow. Raphtalia, can you make yourself look a little shabby and wear a hat? So like this, the princess and I hid ourselves within the carriage while the transformed Phiro and disguised Raphtalia took care of passing the village. Raphtalia meets the villager's eyes. We pass silently. The metal carriage passes the village as the soldiers watch. Wait. We were halted. I begin preparing for being found out. We should be able to deal with the people in this village. Okay. What's wrong? The other side of your carriage has a wing mark. It resembles the one on that devil bird. And no, I'm just a merchant. Oh, may I confirm what is inside? This is dangerous. The soldier puts hand on the door of the carriage. What to do? I may be fine since I am wearing common clothing and my shield is in the form of a book, but the princess will be recognized immediately. The villager who made eye contact with Raphtalia suddenly spoke. What's wrong? The soldier turns around to face the villager. I heard that someone spotted the demon of the shield a while ago over there. Really? The villager nods his head. The soldier starts running towards the direction indicated by the villager. Over here. The villager knocks on the carriage. Hurry, before it's too late. It seems he's going to provide a hiding place for us. What to do? The deceived soldier will come back soon, and that will be disastrous. Please go. I'll stall them here. Raphtalia senses my hesitation and decides for me. But I planned to do this since the beginning. Is that so? The second princess and I get off the carriage when we arrive at the house. I cover her with a mantle as the villager guides us. There is nothing. Was I wrong? No. You reported as ordered and even gave details. He just got away. I see. The villager finishes deceiving the solder and he checks the carriage. There are only miscellaneous goods. Is this medicine? Yeah. An adventurer asked me to transport it. While in disguise, Raphtalia answers with a wry smile. I see. Well, sorry I bothered you. No, it's fine. The soldier leaves to patrol somewhere else. The villager points Raphtalia in the direction of the inn, and she responds obediently. We were peeping from the window of the private house. I was very nervous. That was pretty dangerous. If that villager chose not to help us, there would have been an uproar. Saint Sama, are you all right? Yes, somehow. After Saint Sama saved the village, we noticed you were actually the hero of the Shield Sama. And you guys don't condemn me? Condemn? No way. The saints saved the people of this village. There is no way we will repay kindness with enmity. Are we safe? The second princess anxiously asks. You're going to side with the devil? We received various things from the Three Heroes Church, but the devil of the shield kindly saved us from the disaster that the god of the sword caused. The fight here was harsh. I also learned various things from this village. It seems that the village is still recovering from after effects of the plague. Although you might be called a devil, under these circumstances we would be even worse than devils if we do not repay our favor. The villager points at the second princess is about to ask. This is just a little conspiracy. Well, it's fine if the princess went willingly. The princess nods at the villager's words. Currently, there are those within the country aiming for my life. The hero of the Shield Sama saved me. The villager nods in understanding at the princess's answer. I get it. Some of us might be ungrateful, though. You should quickly escape. I know. There is a cart in the back that is fully loaded with straw. Please hid in it, and several villagers will carry you to your companion who is at the inn. I am grateful. Thanks to the villagers who carried the cart of hay and distracted the soldier, we rejoined Raphtalia. As I thought, we are in considerable danger in this carriage. Let's ditch it for something else. Transformed Phiro informs me of her displeasure. Her neck is shaking back and forth. We can't help it. Do you want to be found and caught? The second princess, Melchan, will be killed. Phiro reluctantly falls silent at the mention of the second princess's life being in danger. It seems she has become quite an important friend for her to care this much. You're great, Phiro. You can let go of important things for your friend. You. I pat her kindly. Even if I don't understand what she is saying, she chews correctly. After this is over, we'll certainly take it back. You. Absolutely. I understand. Sorry. Would you mind looking after the carriage here? Sure. The villager seems to understand the situation and accepts it. I will be very grateful. You've already done enough for us. I see. All right, second princess, come here. Change your clothes. We'll be discovered instantly with what you're wearing now. Oh, okay. The second princess doesn't seem very happy about the idea of wearing cheap clothing, but given the situation, she has no choice. It seems that the apprentice's clothing from villager barely fits. It's probably due to the villager having no children. Compared to the second princess's usual clothing, now she looks like a shabby little villager. Albeit a well-bred one, since blue hair is only asserted with noble-born children. While I can worry about that as we travel, there is no reason to discard her old clothes. It will be a little awkward to bring it around, though. Fill the bags with miscellaneous goods. I put the more valuable things inside the straw cart and cover it. Anything bulky was given to the villagers. We should be fine going for 2 weeks like this. This stuff will be useful for the revival of the village. All right, let's go. Okay. We leave the village quietly, and while the villagers see us off, well, we were still seen by another villager. After this, our best bet would be to avoid towns and villages as much as possible. The wagon made a rumbling sound as we began to run northeast. If possible, I hope the village won't be punished for helping us. Previous chapter, next chapter. Chapter 59. Phiro's secret. The crackling of the campfire was the only thing that could be heard while we sat around. There haven't been any enemies so far, but we cannot just take it easy. In the first place, we are in disguise. From the first glance, it would be hard to tell that I am the hero of the shield. But that's to be expected. Ah, Phiro-chan. Ah. The second princess and Phiro are running around the clearing without a care in the world. Pleasant things in life include food, sleep, and a close friends. Since I participated many times in school events in a country school and excursions to seaside summer houses, I understand how they feel. Once I became a university student, I also lodged at my friend's house. But to think these two would be so chummy. It might be because ever since Phiro was born, she never had anyone around her age or size to communicate with. So it is understandable. No, the feeling I'm getting is what an owner feels for their domestic animals. This second princess is a little surprising, though. I thought that this culture looked down on animals and such. It might also be how she is coping with this unexpectedly long journey that she had no say in. Don't be too loud. We may be found. Okay, after replying, they go right back to playing. Seriously, after Phiro made a friend, it's gotten very noisy. Melchan, Phiro will show you a treasure. Yay. After saying so, Phiro opens a bag that is concealed within the wagon and shows the second princess its contents. I wonder what's in it. I am a little worried. The treasure of that bird. Is she just collecting the stuff I throw away? Master wants to see too? Ah, yeah. I approached Phiro and took a look inside. Oh, a piece of a broken sword. Also trash jewels which I threw away after failing to make accessories with. An empty bottle. Glass marbles. It's shiny and beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. The second princess is putting on quite a subtle mask. Well, it's just garbage. Is it because birds like shiny objects? I heard something like this before. It was an uproar caused by a crow stealing valuables. This might be related. What's this? Since there was something strange mixed in the bag, I took it out. A big brown fur ball? It has the shape of a ball, but it is very soft. It kind of stinks. I have a really bad feeling about this. That is something that came out of Phiro's mouth. It came out of the mouth of the bird. Is this comparable to a cat's hairball? In human terms, it's barf. Bullet of the bird vomit. In other words, the hard objects like bones and whatnot that Phiro eats are dissolved into this. It's finished. What is? I just realized I'm still holding onto the hairball. I threw it away. Off Phiro's treasure. That's not a treasure. That's waste. If I see another one of those in your bag, I'm throwing it all away. Boo. Phiro and the second princess seems to have a few subtle exchanges in front of me. Hey, second princess. When Phiro changed into her human form, you were not surprised. Yup, because I saw it yesterday. I see. So you already knew. Well, that's good. Today's dinner is grilled skewers consisting of meat from the demons we encounter. Master is good at making food. How is this skewer so delicious? It's just meat on a stick. The second princess eats anything without flinching. It seems my fears of her not eating barbaric cuisine is groundless. I was expecting her to take a while before she was able to eat this stuff. My expectations were betrayed. It seems the queen brought her up nicely. If it's with Naofumi-sama, we can eat this every day. Yay. I see, that's good. Now then, for my spare time. I'm getting quite used to camping out. Should I study the beginner class magic book and try to learn new magic? After a few minutes, the second princess and Phiro quiet down. They are probably tired and sleeping. Raphtalia is going to take a nap. I can't sleep soundly if Phiro or the second princess is watching the fire, and I have to prepare for any night attacks. Despite it being beginner class, there are various kinds of magic. There is a ranged version of Fast Guard and Fast Heal. Though I haven't read the book completely, some beginner class magic was learnt. I now have magic that will increase offensive ability and speed. I would like to learn the more difficult spells, but deciphering difficult concepts and grammar is hard. As the firewood burns, time passes. While mixing medicine, I am unable to calm down. I haven't advanced much in poison compounding, but I can sort poisonous herbs and understand a few recipes. There is no time to look for materials, though. Raphtalia woke up with an absent-minded look. Oh, did I wake you? No. Do you want to change? If you're fine with it. Okay. Since Raphtalia is taking my place, I decided to lay down. Naofumi-sama? What's up? About Phiro and Princess Melty. Raphtalia points towards Phiro's Philo Real queen form with trembling fingers. The second princess's clothes are taken off and lying around Phiro, who is sitting alone and rocking back and forth in her sleep. Based on circumstantial evidence. Where is the second princess? There is nothing behind Phiro either. Even her shoes are there. Where is her body? No way. No matter how much of a glutton you are. Naofumi-sama, I don't want to believe it, but it seems you threatening other humans with Phiro eating them may not be a bluff. No. No way. But Phiro is you. Can it be? Did you recognize friend-edible partner? Is that what you meant by wanting to help her no matter what? Raphtalia, let's do our best as fugitives. Yeah, our crimes are certain now. Seriously, this fat bird does the most outrageous things. Funya? Phiro wakes up and tilts her head. Raphtalia Wani-chan? Master? What happened? Phiro, where is Princess Melty? Melty-chan? Melty-chan is sleeping within Phiro's feathers. What? Not inside you. This is something that must be verified. Melty-chan, wake up. Phiro lets her feathers on her back stand on end. It is a strange sight to see, the second princess appearing from within Phiro's back. What? How is there enough room for a person inside of Phiro's feathers? But it is undeniable that the second princess came out of a strange place. Phiro-chan, how did you do that? Master, did you wake me up to look for Melchan? Here she is. Phiro's back is very warm. Why did you take your clothes off? Because it's hot. That's not surprising. How did you get so deep? Phiro-chan's feathers are soft and fluffy. They are also mysterious and thick, you know? You want to feel it. Yeah, what the heck is happening in Phiro's body? Since the princess is becking, I stretch my hand out. The princess catches my hand and puts it into one of Phiro's feathers. Yua, this is quite deep. I can put my whole arm into her. As I thought, her temperature is hot. If the princess snuggles up in here, I may not notice. It seems to only swell a little. What the heck is with this bird's structure? I know, right? Should we examine by plucking all her feathers? I might even make a profit from selling the feathers. No roughing up, Phiro-chan. Today it seems I have had a glimpse at the strange anatomy of this bird. Previous chapter, next chapter. Chapter 60, Devilry. Several days later. Phiro is pulling the wagon across the highway, while looking like an ordinary Philo Real. We are mostly trying to ignore villages and towns, repeatedly camping out at night. We're almost at the border. Gee! Phiro cries in alarm. Is it an enemy? The second princess and I hide in the straw to observe. Hand over all your money and you may leave. A familiar-sounding voice. Why, look at that. If it isn't the thief who tried to rob the accessory merchant before. What is wrong with this guy? He's seriously going to attack a wagon full of straw? Hey, hurry up and leave all your valuables. Oh, You look pretty familiar, Dash. The bandit's complexion instantly pales after he takes a look at Raphtalia in disguise. You look different. It's probably not necessary to hide anymore, so I jump out of the wagon. Phiro, who senses that it's not necessary to disguise herself, returns to her Philo Real queen form. Are you fighting? The second princess anxiously asks from the midst of straw. Yeah, probably. Don't worry about it. Why not? Will we be okay? It seems about 2/3 of the bandits haven't fought with us before. Most of them look at me with a puzzled expression while the rest turn blue. Don't be afraid. This guy has a bounty now. If we beat him, we can get it. He declares while stuttering and trembling. That's one hell of a stutter. Even though I ransacked you last month, you're already back on your feet. Quite quick if I do say so myself. One of his companions who had a puzzled expression prepares to attack. Shut up. Because of you, I'm just a lackey in another group of thieves now. So you guys merged. The boss has returned to his country. That's great. You should also resign from these types of jobs. Shut up. You're going to get it. They all take up their weapons and charge us. Phiro. Raphtalia. Okay. I step back to protect the second princess. Neither Raphtalia nor Phiro will lose to thieves of this level. Eat this. One of the thieves swings his sword at Phiro. Phiro-chan. The second princess pops out of the straw, extends her hands, and starts to chant. What? The second princess can fight. I command the origin of power. I have read and deciphered a law of nature. Blast them with water. Ars, Savate, Aqua Shot. Water erupts from the second princess's hands and speeds towards the thieves. Suvate. It is an adjective that makes a magic intermediate class. As for Ars, it means multiple magic systems. Yuj, Gawa, Ugu. The thieves near Phiro are blown away. That packs quite the punch. I command the origin of power. I have read and deciphered a law of nature. Cut them with blades of water. Savate, Aqua Slash. The second princess follows up immediately with another spell. More water erupts from her hands, but this time, instead of a ball of water, blades of water released. Somehow, I heard something dangerous. She missed her target, but the tree that she did hit was cut in half. Next, I'll use. She's gasping for breath. It seems to be difficult casting continuously. They have a magician. She's also an expert. Phiro-chan. Okay. The bandits who are staring at the second princess in surprise are kicked like toys by Phiro. I'm finished over there. Not yet. One of the thieves snuck around us by taking advantage of the confusion and tried to jump the second princess. Air strike shield. Arc. Right as he jumps, I summon a shield in between them. Not yet. The remaining thieves start charging at the second princess, who is our weakest link. Second shield. Change shield. I call another shield to protect her, and then I instantly change shields. I'll just use the bee needle shield this time. They may accidentally die from sustained poison damage. I'll just stun them with paralysis. Arg, one of the thieves is hit by the second shield and falls down convulsing. Still not done yet. The first thief who approached the second princess begins to crawl. No, it's over. A big shadow looms over the thief. It seems he noticed too. I hear crying. Probably one of thieves crying in resignation. I'll help Mel-chan. And with a thud, Phiro just body slams him. You guys know the drill. Tell me where your hideout is. I ask after tying up all their members. We'll never talk, Phiro. It's over there. Hey. It seems the newbie thieves don't know their position. What's wrong? One of the thieves who encountered us last time desperately pleads. That fat bird will eat us if we don't accept obediently. Are you joking? Does that guy look like he jokes? I was surprised as the thief talks. Who is that anyway? He used some strange skills and magic. Don't you understand? That's the shield. The remaining members of the group of thieves all turn blue. The devil and his man-eating bird. That's right. That bird eats everything, including the head. I'd rather just get kicked and get away. Please just spare our lives. We'll give you all our property, even the leaders. It seems another rumor has been added to my notoriety. Raphtalia sighs and facepalms. If you tell a lie, I know. So please spare our lives. The thieves inform me of their hideout location. Of course, we occupied it with overwhelming combat power. That day, we spent the night at the bandit inn, and took everything the thieves accumulated. It was mostly just food. But since we have been living like fugitives recently, and only eating demons, a decent meal was appreciated. When we entered, the second princess was scared, but after a while she settled down. Anything that was valuable was collected, and anything that was too troublesome to take was burnt. Well, if anything is missed, and the thieves reclaim it, I don't really care. I half smiled at the thieves who were despairing. They were then rolled out of the hideout. Hey, second princess, it seems you practice magic. Yup, I learn it for self-defense. How much can you use? If the second princess joins our party, we could fight better in the future. What level are you? I'm level 18. I can use a few intermediate class water spells. That's unexpectedly low. Well, if we're judging by appearance and age, she would be very high-leveled. But intermediate magic, huh? So you are good with water? Yup, her hair is blue. Are they related? I can use a little earth magic too. Oh, her repertoire is unexpectedly wide. Oh right, does your elder sister use wind magic? I would rather not remember her. I was hit in the back during that duel with wind magic. Damn, I'm getting irritated just thinking about it. Let's stop. Older sister? She is proud of her fire magic and uses a little wind. Oh, it makes sense due to her hair color. Your mother is good with fire and water? That's right, not that it matters. This is probably for the best. For the time being, enter my party. Okay, I don't intend to rely on her. But this is insurance in the case of an emergency. It would be best if we didn't fight though. There is always the risk of death. I don't want to go in a direction that would not require us to rely on the second princess. Hey, why did Hero of the Shield Sama make father so angry? Now that I think about it, I didn't tell you. It all started when your sister framed me that night. I told the second princess everything that trash and bitch did to me. Phiro also seemed to be listening to my story for some reason, but she stayed quiet. I did not hide anything or lie. I just told her the truth. Well, my feelings and grudges were mixed in a little, but I'll just think of it as education. Father and elder sister are cruel. Even though Hero of the Shield Sama said bad things to them, I can't complain. Right. Mother even said to value the Hero of the Shield Sama as much as possible. What? What did you say? Doesn't the religion of this country designate the shield as the devil? Is the queen different? What's wrong? Nothing. I'm just wondering what your mother thinks of me. I don't know. But she sent a letter to father telling him to treat all the heroes the same. I understand the second princess's story a little. It seems the queen was worried this would happen to me. Oh well, since it all happened anyway thanks to trash. Master, a lot of things happened before Phiro was born. That's right, The second princess has a dumbfounded look. Phiro-chan, how old are you? 1 month and 3 weeks old. Being surprised is correct. Her growth was rapid, even for a demon. Phiro-can is so precocious. I was praised. You were praised? Then I'm the older sister. Well, in the age category. Raphtalia over there is about the same as you. Raphtalia Wani-chan is... Phiro looks at Raphtalia with an extremely disappointed expression. Raphtalia looks at me coldly. Well, I understand your feelings since the bird said something like that. What? Demi-humans. Even if we are the same age, she feels older. Well, I was not allowed to lose. The atmosphere is delicate. Well, despite Raphtalia's age, her appearance suits her. That would have immediately labeled me as a lolicon. Also, both the second princess and Phiro are children. Not to mention, Raphtalia became my slave when she was a little girl. This is just how things work out. Now, Fumi-sama. These three would be considered a lowly harem. I wonder what the other heroes would say. Anyway, we'll rest here today and cross the border tomorrow. Yay! Okay, previous chapter, next chapter.